aquí la hemos dejado anteriormente. Tenemos que localizar a Hans Lutz, periodista, si no estoy mal.
Hans Lutz, I hear you're asking about some guests. Let's talk somewhere more private.
Venga, vamos a un lugar más tranquilo, pesado. ¿Dónde están los baños? Por favor. Ah, aquí arribita, aquí. Por aquí.
Greetings, sir.
Entra, tío. Ay, qué normal. Joder. Pesado, tío. Tomarle una foto. Vamos a tomarle una foto.
Yes, that's it. Now Ingram trusts you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Sir, you are not allowed to pass.
Mr. Kazim, welcome back. So, you have the picture.
Sí, me lo lleva a un lugar muy tranquilo.
Yes, here.
Good. Our guest will be delighted. Please
Venga,
follow.
vamos pues rápido, vamos.
He's waiting.
Sigue a la asistenta.
Mr. Kazim, please
Hi there, friend.
follow me.
Están muy lentos, tío.
Have you seen
Wow.
it? It's quite spectacular.
Que si me he fijado.
On a clear day, you
Como
get a
para no hacerlo.
beautiful view of the Arabian
Madre
desert.
mía.
It's a sight to behold, the vastness of it. Back in
Joder.
China, this would never be possible because of all the smog.
Sí, señor. Hombre, se me está por afuera. Está bien, está bien. Ah, sí, ya voy.
Okay. Guess I'll just wait for him to come back. Mr. Ingram is expecting you.
Bien, bien, muy bien. ¿Qué hay? Habla con Ingram.
Mr. Cassis, so good to see you.
¿Qué pasa, bro?
Please stay back.
Por supuesto que sí.
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people,
Completado.
clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim.
Perfect. We have
just
Ingram
had a thought.
right where we want him.
Excuse me for a second.
47,
Please make yourself
you
at
know
home.
what to do.
Have a drink, see the view. It's
47,
something
ya sabes
to
qué hacer. Bueno, que se va todo mundo. Ostras, -1. Hay que coger alguna cosilla. O puedo distraer a esta gente de alguna forma.
Now, where was I? Oh, that's
Es que hay mucha gente, A ver
right.
dónde
Well, man, here will
podemos.
stay for the meeting. I assume that will not be a problem. Either way, you have no choice in the matter.
Bueno.
It's interesting we haven't come across each other before, Mr. Kazim. Well, maybe not. I usually have my people talk to me.
I can imagine.
I don't know how much Omar, the view is quite something. Sometimes I forget that it's not me standing on
Yo creo que te llegó la hora ya,
I am the judge. Now, where were we?
We got him, 47. Soon there will be no more Providence. You need to find
Ahora
exit.
a salir.
Business is
No,
done
tengo
here, but
salidas.
it's far from
Tengo que
over.
encontrar una salida que hemos terminado. Pues nada, a buscar una salida. Nada, nos piramos de aquí. Ay, a ver ¿Este qué? Necesitas una palanca. Un helicóptero. Damián, hola, ¿qué tal, amigo? ¿Cómo estás, bro? Esto que necesito, salir de la misión, llave no disponible. Pero necesitaría... Buah. Ah, que ahí está la salida. Pues yo me voy por ahí. Me voy a ir por ahí. Si le quedamos esta mano encima... Ah, que hay una cámara. Uy, que hay una cámara. Venga, vamos. Ostras, que me están viendo. Vente, que te ven. A este menda lo dejamos por aquí y ya está, No quiero saber nada de este man. Felipito, yo también te amo, amigo. Gracias, bro. Estamos por aquí continuando con la misión, pana, pero uy, no. 3J, papacito. ¿Todo bien o qué, manins? ¿Cómo vamos, manins? Por fin nos pasamos esta misión, tío. Joder.
I hope you like the rain, 47.
Oh, uy.
Miss Burnwood,
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
O sea, que refuerzo no habrá, pero tengo que acabar con toda esa gente. Pues muy bien. Muy bien. Bueno, al grano. Por favor, ¿puedes correr un poquito? Joder, es que es flipante esto. Madre. Ah, sigue el detective. Ok. Ahora sí. Si es que si no me dicen nada, tío, yo me voy a saco. Me voy a saco, tío. A ver, detective. Pues que el detective va a entrar.
The famous private investigator, hired by Madame Carlyle.
Pero entonces este tío,
I'm curious why he's here.
¿tengo que hablar con él o qué?
Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
No, trae lo mismo no, tío. Joder. Que no quiero problemas, tío. Pesado.
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge.
Pero ¿cómo me hago para dar por él si acaba de entrar como si nada? Tú vente. Vente solo. Tú vente solo. Flipado. Joder, tío. Ya empezamos con las pistolitas, tío. ¿Pero qué te acaba de pasar? ¿Qué? ¿Pero qué te acaba de pasar? A ver, vente para acá. Uy. ¡Ja! Uy. Aquí no ha pasado nada, chicos. Que no ha pasado nada. Están todos bien. Vaya lío, tío.
Considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about
Sir,
that.
this is a restricted area.
Oh, amigo. Ahora sí me tengo que disfrazar del tío este, pero es... Bueno, vamos a distraer a este man entonces.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. A
Nah.
great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
I have yet to see a mystery I haven't solved. And I don't give a toss about my fame, if that's what you're worried about. My lips are sealed.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
You assume too much, Madam Carlyle. The crime scene,
Ay,
if
ay,
such
ay,
exists,
ay, ay,
is
ay. Never,
Do as you
never,
wish.
never.
However, I expect a result in a timely fashion. Fernsby will take over from here.
I'm Mr. Fernsby, the butler. I will try to assist you as best I can.
Tengo que disfrazar de ese camarero,
I'd
tío.
like to start your investigation, sir.
Where's the fan? I like to...
Lo siento, camarero, pero bueno, no te voy a cortar el cuello ni nada. Solamente es ponerte a dormir un rato.
He plays the strings of
Tranquilos. A dormir un poquito nomás, tío. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Muy bien, ok. Este man conoce a este, entonces yo me voy tranquilamente. Vale, o sea, tendría que distraer solamente a este. Oh, hay un segurata aquí, tío. Dos seguratas y contando. Bueno, pues cada vez me lo pone más fácil, ¿eh? ¿Qué? ¿Pero qué has visto tú, tío?
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Está por afuera. Ahora con el mayordomo, ¿con cuál de todos?
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I
Ocupado,
am.
¿cómo así
Very
ocupado?
well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Oh, es que me da los fierros que tienen estos. Joder.
He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is
Okay.
Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Muy bien.
A locked
Vamos
room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
O sea, que tengo que llegar al fondo de todo. O sea, que tengo que inspeccionar todo. Bueno, esto es para entrar. Pues nada. A ver, por aquí queda ahí nada. Registra el dormitorio. Vale, coger.
Zachary's
Está por
suicide
aquí.
note.
La carta de suicidio.
Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Aquí hay un ordenador.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Ya. Hombre, muy buena idea.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him.
Un veneno.
Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Volvemos a abrir esto.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Mira, aquí hay algo, mirar. ¿Cómo mirar? Oh. Lo que nos dice el guacho. Mayordomo.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Ahora sí está bien, ¿no?
Patrick Carlyle.
Pesado.
Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out.
Pero qué mayordomo, tío. Estamos hablando. A ver, que te cojo esta onda.
Elaine, give us some privacy, would you?
Oh.
Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Tú, señorita.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one.
Hey, Jeffrey!
Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one.
¿Qué pasa, Jeffrey? Papi, Hitman.
Then again,
A
guilt
chimbita de
isn't
huevo,
her
pa.
strong suit.
Me extraña. Bueno, que habla con este, otro más por ahí, no sé quién más.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30.
Jeffrey, ¿vos qué? ¿Ando a jugar pues con otros?
Quiz night at the inn.
Ha perdido, mío.
On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else
Sí,
you'd
tu
like to
intelecto.
tell me?
Nothing
Te
really.
burro.
I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Ah, mira, que hay otro. Hey, tú.
Professor Edward Carlyle,
Professor
can you tell
Edward.
me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Sí, 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 hasta el loco ahí nomás con tu lagrimita y tus vainas.
Hello.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Like, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot, what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Right, let's get started. I want to keep this short. I know
Eh?
you have a lot of questions. Some I will answer now. The rest will have to wait. First, Zachary's sudden death is a great tragedy, but also a great inconvenience, as it happened just now. I'm dealing with the situation in a discreet and efficient way, and I expect your cooperation in all related matters. Secondly,
Pero aquí no está la
the arranged
cucha esa
funeral
Emma, así
tomorrow
son.
will take place as planned. No one can know that I am still alive. I expect you all to act your part. Last, as you all know, I have a lot on my plate and need to focus on sorting everything out, so please do not disturb me with your petty concerns. You are all adults, and as part of the elite, you will eventually have to deal with difficult situations like this.
Hombre, si se lo dicen.
It comes late for most of you, but this is a chance for you to show what you are made of. That will be all.
Pues nada, yo creo que va a seguir a la cucha esa que va ahí de azul. ¿No ven?
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me
Rebecca, sí,
about
señor.
yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about
Mentira,
Emma.
porque te vieron afuera.
She did act a bit strange.
Ah, cómo
You
mientes
know,
de
I
mal,
bet she
mujer.
was making lists for changes needing to be done once she
Sí,
gets her
sí,
hands on
claro.
Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do...
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler,
Sí, ya, todos con el
leave
mayordomo,
Zachary's
¿no?
room early this afternoon. He seemed a bit startled when he
Por
saw me in the
supuesto.
hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I need this shoot to happen.
¿Qué es ahí? ¿Qué es ahí? ¿Qué es ahí?
Hey, we need some help here. Please, go get some help.
What the hell is that?
Shh.
Oh my God, I need help. Sir, someone's getting the shit kicked out of them. You have to come.
Encuentran fusible. No sé lo que hice ahí. Traje de este guacho cabe de todo, vean eso. Y ni le nota. Madre mía. A ver, vamos a abrir esto. Eso es. Muy fusible. Muy bien.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine? You look like a nervous wreck.
Venga, sonrían pues.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Ahí está otra, ya nomás, ¿no? Ok.
That will be enough. No need to spend the entire day here.